Begin recording.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Vashawn Jones, visionary of Fedora Outlier LLC, and this one touched the people. And I'm gonna tell you a crazy story, and I've heard this story over and over again here in Georgia. I can't speak for anywhere else. There are blind people, but we have this thing, this saying called brailing you, right? Touching you, brailing you. Hey, can I braille you? And the first time I ever heard that, I was working at Dialogue in the Dark, and I just became blind. This is like 15 years ago. And this girl, this lady, walks up to me. She said, I heard you. You're Facade. And you know how we get, right? And I'm like, yeah, hey, it's me. Hey, how you doing? And she was like, can I braille you? And I don't have any bump dots. What do you mean? She's like, can I touch you? Can I see what you look like? And I was like, that is so cool. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be walking around touching on people. But that was a very interesting moment. Needless to say, ended up being my girlfriend. No, I'm just playing. I'm joking. But so this thing touching the people, man. So listen, I'm leaving this weekend to head to Barbados, right? And so when I started the Cobb County Empowerment Chapter of the National Federation of the Blind of Georgia Incorporated around that same time, 14, 15 years ago, myself and Giorgio, we recruited this lady by the name of Marcia. And you guys have heard me interview her a couple of times on the podcast and different projects that we were working on. And Marcia is a Bayesian. She's a Barbados native. And when I met her, and this time, I'm 13 years from getting a passport, but I say we're going to go to Barbados. And in my mind, of course, I'm thinking touch the people. And it's the thing that I love the most about Fedora. Now, I started Fedora on Shirley Barksdale's porch in my mind, and got it kind of crystallized, and then I got it finalized when we did the Family and Friends Empowerment Cruise 1, where we went to Mexico and Florida and I think the Bahamas. Yeah, so somewhere on the ocean. But I said that I wanted to be known all around the world. I wanted my company to be known all around the world, and I wanted to become a household name when it comes to assistive technology consulting, teaching, and support. And needless to say, we're still doing that. Today I woke up to several payments, and I'm looking at India, and I'm looking at Australia, and I'm looking at South Carolina, and Georgia, and just, who does that? It's all from a thought in my mind, just like going to Barbados. So I'm headed to Barbados to touch the people, to celebrate my 3rd year marriage anniversary, and going out and being able to see the people that have helped put me in position, that have helped build this company, is just amazing to me. It's my biggest joy. I always say we got a double bottom line. In business, the bottom line really truly is profits. But the double bottom line for me is people and profits, people over profits. And so I get to see Carrie Ann Ifield, which was the senator or prime minister or something. She's blind, of Barbados, like the head woman in charge. And we're going to have dinner and hang out. And that's cool. Get to go to Marcia's country and see what that's like. So that's cool. But so many of you guys I've met. I remember just a few months ago going to South Carolina for Tori's birthday party. Shout out to Tori. Tori started with us a couple of years ago. Well, no. What was it, 2 years? Yeah, a year ago. And he just celebrated a year of opening his online radio station, Tor 94 FM. tour94fm.com. Go check him out. The best in 90s pop and rock is what he does. And we was able to help him get started with that. And we were all on TV in South Carolina and all over the internets. And, that was amazing. But along with meeting Tori, I got a chance to meet Leslie Brown, Shelly Smith for the second time, Scott Smith, her husband, for the first time, and yeah, that was Leslie for the first time, and then Daniel Smith, awesome little dude. And then going to South Carolina and didn't meet Shelly when I thought I did already had met Shelly a few years ago. And got to meet Christy, who does all of our web stuff and our social media and our marketing stuff. And I'm like, darn, Christy, we've like been working together for years, and this is my first time meeting you. And like the first time it ever happened, and I keep saying the first time, I'm big on the first to ever do this, the first to ever do that. So you'll hear that a lot. But yeah, so. Meeting Matthew Carrillo in Illinois was just amazing, and to be able to touch and be in the same room with Matt was just phenomenal. And now he's over in Michigan, and I've been to Michigan. When I first went blind, we had a national convention in Detroit, and so I love Detroit when it's warm. We stayed at the Renaissance, and I was able to look over and visualize Canada, because right across the water was Canada, and so that was cool. But when I say touch the people, really sitting down and seeing the people lives that we've impacted, seeing the people who've impacted my lives, shaking hands, eating dinner, and just laughing about stuff, is like super crazy to me. I don't really get to a lot of national conventions because I'm at a bunch of state ones. But, just, last 2 years ago in Florida, this guy walks up to me and he says, "Hey, are you Vashon?" And I said, "Yeah." And he was like, "Man, I purchased one of your products." And I cringed because I was like, "Oh man, what is he gonna say? What is he gonna think?" He was like, and he gave me a hug and he was like, it changed my life. And so yeah, that was cool. And there's a bunch of you guys out there that I can't wait to meet. But listen, whenever you create something, today's time of creating, you have the ability to touch the people with it and change lives. And if just one life is changed through meeting me, I am eternally excited and ecstatic. So that's my text messages, my phone, and somebody at the doorbell. So listen, for real, when we say change the world, when I say change the world, I really, really do mean it. I will see you guys back next week for another one. I'll be back in town. So let's change the world, and let's change the world, touch the people together.
End recording.